College of New Jersey, CNH Sports proudly presents the NJSIAA State Soccer Championships. Tonight, it's the Parochial A final. It's Christian Brothers Academy to meet Bergen Catholic. Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Lampin, and welcome to the College of New Jersey. And with me is Florian Kemp. And, you know, Florian, it's cold, it's windy out here. This is going to be a terrific matchup. Offense versus defense. Nothing fancy about it.
That's right, Bob. No surprise. Two great teams and two of the best teams all around. But like you said, an offense and defensive matchup. However, they have the elements to deal with tonight. It's cold, it's windy, and, of course, they're playing on AstroTurf.
Well, Christian Brothers Academy comes in after a tough semifinal victory over St. Joe's of Metuchen.
That's right. St. Joe's really gave him a tough game. However, Joe Barnum was the story for CBA, and he has been the story the last couple of seasons. He's been rated as perhaps one of the top shutout goalkeepers in the area. They call him the Dominator because of his intimidating presence inside his own penalty area. It's going to come in handy tonight because he's going to be facing quite an offensive arsenal.
8 shutouts for Barnum, 33 career shutouts. And for Bergen Catholic, they come in after a tough semifinal victory over St. Pat's.
That's right, and they're led up front by Aleko Eskandarian, and they have the offensive tools, Bob, and that is what carried him over that semifinal championship. But Aleko Eskandarian, perhaps one of the finest offensive talents in the state of New Jersey. In his career, he scored over 150 goals. Wow. He's got exceptional touch, good control, good vision. He's quick, and tremendous finishing abilities.
Well, it's certainly going to be fun as they battle for the Parochial A state title. It's going to be the defensive CBA to take on the attacking Bergen Catholic Club. Stay with us. Kickoff and starting lineups coming up next right here on CN8. Welcome back to the College of New Jersey. It's the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association State Championship matchup in Parochial A, and CBA of Christian Brothers Academy under longtime coach Dan Keene. Dan in his 22nd year at the helm, and he has been here before. CBA located in Lincroft, New Jersey, Florian, and that's a real solid program.
That's right, and they have the numbers that go with it. 11-4-4 on the season.
And look at the starting lineup. Barham's the goalkeeper in the back. It's Travis Prince, Paul Santos, Dave Traharn. He's a good one. And Dennis Andrajic in the midfield. Connolly, Rizzolo, Fox, and Giotis. And up front, the front runners, Lee Burke and Derek Swanner. And across the way for Bergen Catholic, Jim McGurr is their head coach. Their record is 21-2, and Jim McGurr has done a great job with this program.
No question, Bob. He's not only inherited talent, but he's done a lot of great things since he's had it. He's had an impressive season, 21-2 overall.
That's pretty impressive, and he's going to send out to the wars the goalkeeper, John Sologianis. In the back, Sandberg, Healy, Andrami, and Ofadile. In the midfield, Watkins, Murphy, Carson, and Morrow. And the man we spoke about, Aleko Eskandarian, the front runner, along with Mike Cregan, a record of 21-2. So a thrill for everyone to be involved in a state final, without a doubt. These athletes battling for the Parochial A final. A thrill for the officials also, William Clark and Carlos Paterme. So they get an opportunity to say they participate in the state final also.
Well, Bob, you know, whenever you have two teams playing here in a state championship, adrenaline is flowing, the emotions are high, but as we mentioned in our stand-up, you know, the conditions a lot different than what these teams are used to, AstroTurf. And we know that at least Bergen Catholic is a team that likes to work the ball, keep it on the ground. It's going to be interesting to see how they take their time and adjust to the conditions. And, of course, Christian Brothers Academy, the defensive team, they usually have the advantage going in. They're usually comfortable no matter what.
Well, there's Bergen Catholic in their bright red shirts, easy to identify, and they are certainly a high-scoring team without a doubt. And it'll be interesting to see what the turf does to the skilled players of Bergen Catholic. Christian Brothers, a skilled team themselves, but a lot more direct, a lot more forward, and you'll see Bergen Catholic, I think, try to knock it around a little bit more.
Well, Christian Brothers Academy, Joe Barham, as we mentioned, perhaps one of the finest goalies in the state of New Jersey. He's got the shutouts to go with it, but the team will be depending on his leadership, his vocal leadership, to kind of organize things defensively. There he is.
There's Joey Barham. He's been here before. Last year, CBA had a perfect season, captured the state title, finished #2 in the state of New Jersey, and Barham was the guy who took care of the nets. Last year's game was a 5-0 crushing of Del Barton that no one expected. Barham had a rather easy time of it. It's going to be a different story tonight. He's going to have to play big. Looks pretty confident, though. He's got his summer haircut ready to go. And here comes Bergen Catholic. And Bergen Catholic is fired up. Aleko Eskandarian, their leader, number 11. Eskandarian, of course, the son of the former Cosmos defender.
Great player indeed he was. I think he was a member of the Iranian national team as well. And has also had quite a successful family. He also has a brother that plays at Villanova University. We covered early this year in CN8 as well.
So a lot of emotion prior to a match, and the players like to get around. A couple of words of prayer and some final inspiration, and then up they'll go on a cold and windy evening at the College of New Jersey. Our thanks to Boyd Sands, the executive director, and his entire staff. Always a pleasure to come down to the College of New Jersey for the state finals. A little controversy, though, on whether or not state final soccer should be played on artificial turf, but people can get into that and argue that back and forth. One thing that you can say about state finals, the athletes remember it, and you come to a first-class facility, they get treated in a first-class manner. And on the other side, the goalkeeper for Bergen Catholic, there's John Salagianis, and John is a senior, and Barham's been getting most of the attention. And part of the reason Barham's gotten the attention is because I want to see if Barham can shut down Eskandarian, who's got better than 60 goals on the year.
Well, I'm sure the goalie Salagianis is going to be busy as well tonight, as CBA would like to have some goals scored for them as well.
So we are underway at the College of New Jersey, playing on the football stadium. It is a very wide field, and very often the teams take a while to get used to the width of it, but CBA comes out early and they spread it right out to the far left wing, and that's partially because they were here last year and they're familiar with these conditions. A number of the players for CBA played in last year's state final. So CBA knocking it around. That one is flicked on. They're looking for number 17, Palumbo, up front. And out of the back comes Bergen Catholic. They look to keep the ball down on the carpet. Intercepted. And down went Andrajic, and up on the left side comes number 9, Andrami, knocks it across. And cleared away. Right side. Plenty of room for Bergen Catholic. They look to spread the field. They want to use the entire width. See early on, Florian, I think style-wise, this is going to be an entertaining match. Nice work on the right side by Healy. And that one's going to run deep, be tracked down by Sandberg. Sandberg with plenty of room, kind of a weak pass, but had enough pace on it for Angarami to knock it forward.
Bob, as expected, the opening minutes, both teams checking one another out, trying to get their game plan in sync. But Bergen Catholic, surprisingly, very impressive from the opening with their touches. And here's some rough stuff. Talk about making yourself known, introducing yourself. Let's find out what this game is all about. There it is.
And a fine howdy do to you. It'll be a long night. And they'll battle deep in the corner. Good patience by CBA, double team. And that one bounces free at midfield. Bergen Catholic steps up to keep control. It was Andrew Healy knocking it forward. And that's what we talk about. A little more direct by CBA Santos, trying to play it long. Nice tackle. Palumbo had it and taken away. And we'll have a throw-in coming up for CBA. One-on-one all over the field. And I think that's one feature, Florian, we'll see throughout the night. Good, tight, close marking. Both programs respect each other, and they know that the players are good enough where you can't give them any room.
That's right, Bob. Peter Angarami there doing some tough midfield defending there for Bergen Catholic. But you see Bergen Catholic, they do a nice job of spreading their players across the field, and also they do a good job of supporting the player that has the ball when they're on the attack.
Chested down, looking to turn it across to the middle of the field, but intercepted taken away by number 6, Dave Traharn. Traharn is the top marking back for CBA, and he pretty much has the responsibility on Aleko Eskandarian. Nice one touch. But CBA comes away with it. Plenty of room in the midfield. Wind has subsided just a bit, but it's still pretty breezy out there, and that will affect play. And the foul called against Garrett Sandberg. And anytime a player bumps someone and raises his hands, he's going to have the foul called on him.
That's right. CBA getting some good defensive work there from Travis Prince in the central back position.
Free kick by Rizzolo.
John, overlap.
CBA looking to get into their attacking third. Stepping up was Connolly. Cleared away. Neat little check back by Randy Patterson. Eskandarian checks back, pretty much using himself as a decoy early on. Good fight left side. So far, Florian, pretty much an individual one-on-one type battles. A little miscue in the back that time by Bergen Catholic as the two defenders got wrapped up, but no one there for CBA.
Yeah, John Palumbo trailing the play just a bit, hoping that the ball would be knocked free. Take a look at Curtis Fox.
Foul was called against CBA away from the ball. Good piece of work by officials early on. Pick up one or two little chippy shots off the ball early, and it all goes away. Paul Kitson had it, taken away. Ball bouncing high off the turf. Good run out of the back. Andrzejczyk breaks inside, looks to cut it across, and the shot just missed. Number 7, Tim Conley, wasn't sure, do I go left foot or right foot with it?
It's amazing, Bob, in the opening minutes as we take a nice look at the pass towards the center of the area, and the shot just perfect. One touch just wide of the goal, but a great setup, good anticipation. Player was in the right spot, the shot just a little bit off the market, but that's what you got to do, Bob. When you get in that position, take that shot first time.
So good piece of work by CBA that time, but we stay at 0-0 in the first half from the College of New Jersey. 34 minutes left to play, first half.
Bob, was interesting in the first couple of minutes of play, the adjustments that CBA has made. Right from the opening kickoff, it looked like Bergen Catholic would dominate the midfield with passing and combination plays. All of a sudden, CBA has clogged the middle up. They've won a lot of balls. Now you see him here consistently on the attack.
Curtis Fox trying to knock the cross in the corner, but deflected away. Angarami on the deflection. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Colts as number 15. Curtis Fox jogs into position. So deep in the corner, number 19, Andrzejczyk approaches it. Low drive, pulls it out to about the 16, and it's knotted away. Knocked straight down. Good move inside the box. And off the line came Salagianis, and Conley had a shot at it. Came up empty, but saw some good play there because the ball was in the air. Florian knocked straight down. Inside the 18, you're looking for the scramble.
Well, Bob, like you say, you can't do anything with the ball if it goes out of bounds. But like you said, the ball was deflected on a header down. It was still in play. Tim Connolly saw it. He tried to get to it, but he couldn't. But he did salvage a corner kick out of it.
And now from the left corner, it'll be an in-swinger. Low drive, near post. So second corner for CBA. Yeah, CBA doing a good job now of keeping the pressure on. They're getting good support out of the midfield when they have the free kicks and the corner kicks. And Bergen Catholic right now, they desperately need to somehow come up with the ball defensively and then get it out to midfield to start the counterattack. Long throw, a weapon for CBA, knotted away. But they're coming right back at them. Now it's Bergen Catholic looking for the counterattack.
See 5 red shirts in your screen there. A lot of support.
And a quick retreating Colt defense. They come up with the stop.
Get yourself loose.
Chris Morrow. Solid marking there. And a little bump.
See how it is, okay?
So Morrow, number 19, had it.
Beat him in the corner and bring it back. Okay?
And it'll be a free kick for Bergen Catholic. No score. We're in the first half. If you're just joining us, it's the New Jersey State Parochial A Championship soccer match. In New Jersey, 4 public school groups and 2 parochial groups. They crown an individual state champ in each group.
Now, truly, we're seeing some of the best high school talent in the state of New Jersey, and we'll continue to bring those games your way right here on CNA. But tonight, we're seeing some of the best offensive and defensive players.
Long throw again. This one cut back and off the line. Salagianis makes the save.
Tim Connolly really doing a nice job, Bob, getting behind the defense and trying to find John Palumbo, who had himself positioned in the box. Play getting choppy in the midfield there.
It's physical, and the foul against Lee Burke. He climbed over the top, number 14. Yep, over the top. An easy call for the official right at midfield. John Palumbo for CBA tried to run it down. Deflected away. Number 18 is Chris Morrow. And we're going to have a substitute coming on for CBA, number 13. And Pyrus checks in. Pyrus, the son of former New Jersey American professional soccer player Telmo Pyrus. So a couple of children of professional athletes playing out there tonight. So good bloodlines, Florian.
That's right. And of course, they usually make the best first head coaches as you take a look at them right there.
Someone gotta run!
And that one off the toe of number 19, Dennis Ondrejek. And they go the other way, but there's the long cross. And Santos trying to go over the top. All of a sudden, play really compressed in the midfield.
Well, that's where most of your games are won or lost, Bob, there. And then, like we said, from the opening minutes, it seemed like Bergen Catholic really had settled down and taken control. But then CBA made the adjustment. They brought numbers up, and now they've connected with some combination passes and have generated some positive offense. They're not going to give up that midfield ground that they've acquired.
Pyrus was on the run, and Pyrus called on the push as he came up with the arm. There it is right there, number 13. And a little shove at the end of the play, and whistle, and it goes the other way. So number 13, Dan Pyrus, called on that foul. Inside of 30 minutes remaining in the first half here from the College of New Jersey. Still no score. The Colts of CBA in white and Bergen Catholic in the bright red. And that one will be cleared upfield. Andrew Healy stepping up from the defensive position. Nice square ball, but look at him track back. Neat step over. Looking for Patterson. I'm really enjoying that. Everything is one-on-one, tight marking, physical play, back at midfield. They're banging into each other. And that's what the fans are yelling about, but kind of some inadvertent contact.
Well, Bob, it's pretty much what we expect championship soccer to be. Every play is hard.
Well, I guess it was a little bit more than inadvertent. The initial one was, and then the takedown, that's a 2-point takedown, a leg tackle, and they're still going at it.
And in fact, got the fans all excited, but Ofadil and doing a nice job for Bergen Catholic there. He had himself all tangled up.
Ofadil and Curtis Fox. So the referees will talk it over.
Looks like we might have a couple of verbal warnings.
Yep, nothing goes in the book right now, but don't doubt it. They took the number for sure, and any other nonsense, and the cards will be coming out.
Well, I think the officials are trying to be a little bit conservative, and of course he said, he hit me first. No, I ran into him, and I didn't mean to do it. And, you know, we've heard the same old story.
No, there go the
They got cards.
Okay.
So they did get cards.
So it was number 13, Pyrus, who picked up the yellow, along with number 19, Ofadil. So they both get a quick exit. Of course, high school soccer rules, if you get a yellow card, you must leave the match. Dan Kane will talk to Pyrus, and doesn't say too much. If looks could kill right there, you could see the look on Kane's face. He didn't want any nonsense.
Let's take another look at it. There you go. You see the music is beating right now. We've got the dance. No, I'll take you down. No, somebody picked up from WWF somewhere. Anyhow. but not on a soccer field, guys. And of course, if you're a coach, you can't be happy. Two of your starters, one from each team, has a yellow card. You know how dangerous it is in this type of game, how competitive it is. Can easily pick up another yellow. You know what that means, Bob. You play a man short.
And then you're done for the night, and your team has to play with 10.
Exactly. And that's not good.
So an early yellow, never something that coaches like to see. Across the way, number 19 was Ofadil. He didn't like the call, but both guys were going at it pretty good from our angle. And meanwhile, it's CBA attacking. This time they go with a very short corner, trying to catch the defensive sleep. And they go over the top with it, but cleared away, and out of the back comes Randy Patterson. Patterson being hunted down. Again, one-on-one. And it's play on as Travis Prince sprinted back, Florian.
That's right. Did a great job, and then Patterson was hoping a foul would be called. There you see the CBA faithful, a vocal CBA, and Patterson says, I don't like it. I don't believe it. No way can that not be a foul. Here it is. Just aggressive pursuit. He went down indeed. Was it intentional? I say no. Did he go down? Yes.
Well, the referee shook his finger at Patterson, number 12, and says, I don't want to see any dives out here. So in the opinion of the official, Patterson was trying to help him out with a little play acting. 26 minutes left in the first half, no score, and already it's heating up out there.
No reversal. That's it, John. Good trap.
And that one goes over the top. It'll be run down on the left side, deep in the defense by Paul Santos. CBA trying to check back and string some passes together. Bergen Catholic doing a good job of marking up. A little keep away being played by the Colts. Nice move. Down went Fox. And that time it was Fox taking a bit of a dive.
That's right. And he bumped into Ofadil. Now we're going to have another foul.
And that foul is going to go against Aleko Eskandarian. A little bit early for Santa Claus, and who knows, it may be a Christmas gift that wins this match, because these are two evenly matched teams.
Well, it certainly feels like the Christmas season out there, and I think for one of these teams tonight, they'll feel as if it were Christmas if they can bring the championship home. As you take a look at Aleko Eskandarian, fans expecting big things from him tonight.
A lot of pressure on the officials tonight. We can tell early on there's going to be a lot of diving when there's contact. 3-2 in fouls, so it's been physical. Keep in mind, in soccer, there can be a lot more fouls than are actually called with that advantage rule, so it can be real physical. You can keep possession, and the whistle may not blow. First time touch. Little push against number 7, Chris Murphy, but no call. Both these teams, Florian, you can tell when players have gone through the ranks of the better traveling programs and all, because they all use their hands so well. They grab, they push, they bump. Always just enough to put the pressure on the officials.
That's right, just enough to get by. And you're right. It's as if early in the game they test the official to see how much they're going to be able to get away with. There's a whistle call, and obviously something going on.
Away from the ball. And right here, a yellow card. Here's what went on.
There's a play down the far side there, and stepping into it, there's Randy Patterson goes down. And then we're going to get involved from Bergen Catholic. And we see another play as we see Lee Burke get taken down. And then he second times Randy Patterson, and Randy gets up and says, hey, what's going on? So we've already had enough hassles going on the field physically, and players quite upset on both teams.
Well, you can see Burke on the sideline for CBA. He took a shot in the mouth and ends up being sent off for a few minutes. And as we said earlier, a lot of pressure on the officials because there's contact, quick little elbows and so forth, and then people are taking dives. And we will not get into the 2 or 3 referee controversy, but here's one of the reasons why you like to have the third man out there. So the clock has been stopped with 23:54. There's no score between Bergen Catholic and CBA. It'll be a free kick for CBA. just across the midfield line. Teeing it up will be Paul Santos. And you look early on, Florian, this may be one of those matches that composure ends up being the winning element.
That's right, and I think if you're a head coach, that's one thing you want to emphasize with your team is to keep it cool no matter what. If you've got to take a lick in a game, take it for the sake of the team.
Cut back, beautiful ball inside and just deflected away. Excellent work by CBA and better work by the defense of Bergen Catholic. Chipped across, Palumbo inside. And then the whistle on a little bump. Down went Rizzolo, but called for the push before he was knocked off the ball, and a free kick for Bergen Catholic. Good move by Kirby Watkins to spin out of trouble over the top down the right flank. Chipped inside, Barham off the line, and Barham goes up high, makes the save.
No doubt about it. You don't see any red shirts around Barham at all, but Barham had his eyes as he follows the game the entire field long as he keeps a good vision, good concentration, comes out and makes the save.
Cregan had it knocked away for Bergen Catholic, so Bergen Catholic gets the throw. Again, one-on-one matchups. Marking extremely tight all over the field.
Studies have indicated that places athletes in season perform better academically than out of season.
Pacing is Jim McGurr, the head coach for Bergen Catholic. This team with an overtime 2-1 victory over St. Peter's to get here. And CBA with a tough victory in the semis over St. Joseph Metuchen. So both teams really had to go to war just to get to the final. And the next battle being fought hard out on the pitch here at the College of New Jersey. 21:56 remaining in the first half and still no score. Nice check back by Connolly. Connolly has some room. Slides it across. Giotis, good patience by the Colts as they switch the point of attack. Ondrzejczyk down the right corner. And did well to get to the corner. Chris Murphy could do nothing other than knock it away.
Yeah, Chris Murphy did exactly what he had to do, force him into the corner, but now Bergen Catholic's got to be ready for the corner kick. CBA, by the way, Bob, their last couple of attempts, they've come dangerously close to getting some good shots on goal.
So they'll hold up as there'll be a substitution for CBA. Derek Swanner checks in, number 21. 17 leaving is John Palumbo. And Burke directs traffic. And they're going to switch the kicker. And stretching into goal is John Salagianis.
Bergen Catholic with 9 defenders in the box on the corner kick. So a lot of respect shown on the corner.
Left foot drive near post by Schwenk and volleyed away. One thing coaches hate is when you can't get the good service off the corner kick. You got to at least give yourself a shot at something.
Also would have been an opportunity for CBA perhaps to play it short since Bergen Catholic had all the red shirts in front of the goal mouth.
There's that long throw again, headed toward the near post.
Good hit.
Schwenk's shot deflected away. But Billy Schwenk stepped up into the box and turned with the left foot. When you're 18 yards away in a crowded box, that's the best thing you can do is have a go at it. Fox trying to find some teammates, double teamed. And Bergen Catholic comes away with it. Ofadil's ankle was clipped, and a good call by the official. That'll be a free kick coming up for Bergen Catholic.
He says, hey, why did you make the call? I had the ball. I had the player beat. Don't take the advantage away. It's interesting. Bergen Catholic, unlike a lot of teams, here it is. Ofadil, tremendous control. Look at the touch and the technique. He's tripped, but he maintains his balance. With that pass, he beat 3 players on the spot.
And meanwhile, back just across midfield, another whistle. This foul goes against Christian Brothers. Played short. Here comes Bergen Catholic left side. It's Angarami. Quick move left side. Santos defends. And Bergen Catholic unable to get anything out of that one. The quick counter by CBA. Swanner gives it away in midfield. Oh, Swanner with a flying tackle. Nice touch into midfield by Bergen Catholic. They're impressive when they get some room to knock it around.
Well, that's the difference in the game so far. CBA has been closing up the spaces. They've been marking tightly and not allowing Bergen Catholic, Bob, to play their game, which is the passing control game.
And trying to play it through into the corner. They'll keep it on. Knocked it in behind the defense of Bergen Catholic. Great pace to this match. Nice overlapping run. 18 and change left in the first half, no score. Looking for Eskandarian, but he was marked off of that.
Yeah, Trehorn doing a nice job of stepping in, reading the play, and not allowing Eskandarian to get nowhere near the ball. That's how you play clean soccer against a top forward. You don't even let him in the game. Bob, since we've played over the halfway point, look at the foul differential. CBA 7 fouls to Bergen Catholic's 2. So as expected, play has been quite aggressive on the field.
Not exactly the way we teach tackling in this sport. The flying double, turn my back and attempt to tackle.
Flying Colt
by Swanner, but he missed everything and no foul because he made very little contact. So goal kick for Bergen Catholic. Flicked on by Sandberg. We talked early on how the teams were using the width of the field, Florian. Since it got a little bit chippy and a little physical, most of that has gone away, and they're playing a little more intense, and yet not really using the width of the field.
That's right. The play has been concentrated pretty much in the central, you know, using the football lines pretty much as your outside, your wide lines. However, both teams have shown their technical skills, as you see Bergen Catholic working it down. If Bergen Catholic's allowed to play, Bob, you can see they have tremendous touch, tremendous ability. But if you're a defensive-minded team, CBA's doing exactly what you need to do to stop them.
Well, there was a double takeaway that time, one by each team. One thing that's impressive, guys like Paul Kitson, as soon as they lose it, they sprint right back and look to make the tackle to get it back. Kitson's having a good time out there.
Well, you know, like we said, this is a championship caliber game. A lot of these players, there's an opportunity. Kirsten tries to spin it through his legs, and once again, it's a refined play that a player like, you don't see that too often at this level.
This time it's Bergen Catholic nipping it through, but an easy save for Barham. Randy Patterson was looking to pounce if there was a mistake. CBA just comes right at you defensively, and they give you no room. If your first touch isn't clean, chances are you're going to be stripped.
Well, I think that's what Bergen Catholic's going to have to do. I think Jim McGurr's going to have to take note, and he's going to say, listen, when we get into the attacking third, either Aleko's going to have to come out and get the ball, or we're going to have to isolate him, take him out of the middle, put him on the outside, send the through ball. The only real chance they're going to get is if they have a chance with a one-touch play facing the goal so that he can get a shot.
So it'll be the long throw coming up for CBA. A wide field and a foul throw to call.
Yeah, that's not good. You certainly don't want to give that away on a foul throw. And what happens is sometimes a player will step on the field. That's illegal play. You're allowed to step on the line, but your foot is not allowed to touch the playing field while you're performing a throw-in.
And also very often on the long throws, that back foot comes up off the ground. You've got to drag that toe.
Right.
Try and get a little extra on it. And very often that's called, they'll take it away from you. Little extracurricular activity. That tackle too hard over the back, and the foul called against Bergen Catholic.
Yeah, Ofidil better be careful there because he already has one yellow card. He steps in on the play, makes a nice defensive play, but it's illegal. Big opportunity for CBA here. This is crackable range.
And a hard shot and over the top, and good for 3 points in a football game as it went right through the uprights, but that one not well struck by Chris Rizzolo.
That's right. He did a little bit too much power, leaning back, a little bit too much toe. But once again, he's used to taking that kind of a shot off grass. It certainly makes quite a difference. But, you know, that's why in a pregame, a warm-up before a game like this, it's very important you get out there, you get a touch of the turf, you get to take your free kicks, your shots, because with the wind tonight and the cold conditions, a shot with that velocity on a goal could be close enough to scoring.
Well, right now, neither team able to dent the scoreboard, as we've got 13:45 left first half and no score. In high school soccer in New Jersey, 2 40-minute halves. If it's tied, they go to 2 10-minute overtimes. At the end of that, if it's still tied, they declare co-champions. Well, the ball was cleared out, but the whistle blew, and another restart opportunity here. A set piece coming up for CBA.
Yeah, great opportunity for CBA. Now, given Bob, the CBA has looked very impressive in the air. They have a chance for a free kick just outside the penalty on the far side. This is a great opportunity.
A low in-swinger bounces at about the 8-yard line, fanned on the attempted side volley by Fox. CBA pushing numbers forward. Bergen Catholic responding by bringing players back to defend.
Andrew Healy there under the gun defensively, doing a nice job there for Bergen Catholic, just as CBA looked like they were going to be able to pull the trigger in the penalty box.
Dan Pyrus, who picked up the yellow card, is back on for CBA number 13.
Here's Pyrus in pursuit, but look at Healy, uses his body well to shield and cut him off, and in no way was that ball allowed to be retrieved by CBA. Good defense there by Andrew Healy.
And Pyrus has to be careful as he has the yellow also. You know, Florian, keep in mind that this first half, the wind advantage is definitely at the back of CBA, so Bergen Catholic doing a good job defending, and I would think with this wind and cold out here, if they get to halftime at 0-0, they'll take that and take their chances with the wind in the second half.
They certainly will, but I mean, if I'm Bergen Catholic, I'm already thinking about my strategy, like if it's tied in the second half, what we have to do differently, because so far the CBA defense really has done a good job of shutting Eskandarian and company down. However, as a coach, you need to make some changes up front to create some things.
And the main reason for that is because the midfield of CBA is doing a good job matching up with a talented midfield of Bergen Catholic. Ofadil kind of shanked that one a bit, has to run it down under pressure. It's almost taken away in the corner. Play on.
What's amazing about a player like Ofadil, he can swing in a ball and not hit it cleanly, and he'll shank it to the side, but yet he has enough in soccer intelligence to hustle back, recover it, and still knock the ball upfield.
And still keep his confidence with the ball.
And keep in mind, he has a yellow card, and he's unnerved, unrattled. There's a smoothness about his play and his style and his technique.
And that one just over the sideline. Run down by Paul Kitson. And that time the ball thrown into the box, just at the corner of the box, and nodded away. Healy up on the header to get it cleared away, and CBA throws it right back into the 18. But off the line is Salagianis.
Yeah, Salagianis, good vision. Once again, it's important for goaltenders to keep focused on the play. That ball was bouncing only 5 yards inside the box. He came out and made the play.
Up hard at midfield when number 15, Curtis Fox, got an elbow to the head, and that's one of those things. You go up on the 50-50s, you're going to get some knots on the top of your noggin.
The only thing is, Bob, here, no helmets in this game.
Pyrus, right corner, looks to knock it away, but calmly deflected away by Angarami.
Here's our midfield action as the ball goes coming down in midfield, and you see CBA going up to try to knock it away, and there's a hit from behind. No foul on the play, but of course, you know, there's not much you can do. Randy Patterson banging his head up there with Curtis Fox.
And that smarts when you get hit head to head or elbow to head. Bergen Catholic with under 10 minutes to play in the first half, trying to keep it here at 0-0. Reverse it for the wind advantage in the second half. CBA knows that the wind's important, and they need to take advantage of it here in the first half. And that one just over the end line. So that's going to go as a goal kick.
Dennis Andrzej, yeah. A nice shot. You know, just a few minutes ago, Bergen Catholic tried to send a ball down the right flank. Aleko Eskandarian sprinted to the far right side. But, you know, CBA's defense, Bob, all they did, they moved the player in a position, didn't even take any chance to try and control the ball, just knocked it out of harm's way so as not to allow him to get a touch on it.
I would think in the second half we can expect, as this bounces high inside the area. Whoa, almost a huge mistake. Almost a artificial surface goal. Salagianis didn't expect the high carom.
Boy, it seemed like it just bounced. It might have hit a soft spot there. It just took an extra, like a whoopee cushion bounce. It just goes up. So, you know, those whoopee cushions, you know, they must have left one at the penalty mark there. Salagianis, he was able to recover, but fortunately the ball bounced wide of the goal.
I'm glad it didn't go in. I don't want to call that a whoopee cushion goal.
Have a lot of explaining to do.
But I would expect Bergen Catholic to come out second half with the wind at their back and try to slow the pace down and get it down on the carpet a little bit more.
Well, you're right, and that is exactly what they've tried to do since the start. They like to play a slower pace of game. They like to play a control game. But with your CBA, what you do is you disrupt the opposition's game. That's exactly what they're doing, and they're forcing them to play a faster pace. And when you force a team that's not used to it, their skills, their ball control, their timing, everything is out of sync. And as a result, they're really getting frustrated. And I think, Bob, in the first half, first 10, 15 minutes, that's one of the reasons why we've seen a lot of fouls.
John Palumbo, number 17, has just returned for CBA. Time and score right there, 0-0. Just inside of 7:30 left here in the first half from the College of New Jersey. Bob Lampinen and Florian Kemp with you. This is the New Jersey State Parochial A Soccer Championship, and a good one between two talented teams with a lot of pride. Great one-on-one. Terrific camera work in the corner. You see what goes on deep when it's just one-on-one. You against me. Pretty move. Long shot. Lee Burke with a nifty move to turn and get control, and may have taken an ill-advised shot from about 40 yards away.
Once again, CBA John Palumbo doing a nice job back in the game. Probably came off the bench, and Coach Dan Keene probably said, listen, guys, we still have a few minutes left here in the first half. We've got a strong wind to our back. Take shots. And, of course, you get on a field sometimes, you spread the word around, and one thing CBA probably would like to improve on, taking more shots. They've certainly gotten down close enough. They just need to pull the trigger a little bit sooner.
Well, you saw 5 shots for CBA, and Bergen Catholic fighting the wind here in the first half, still looking for their first shot. So the roles have been reversed a little bit here in the first half. We kind of expected more of an offensive show by Bergen Catholic, more defense by CBA, but right now I think CBA's got the better part of it. They're taking advantage of the wind, but Bergen Catholic doing a good job of keeping that door shut.
Eskandarian a little bit frustrated, had a nice move bringing it down, but was met with a hard tackle there by Trey Harn.
And turnabout is fair play as there's a hard tackle on the opposite side of the field by Bergen Catholic. Right there, stepping up was number 19, Ofadil, and I'm telling you got to be careful. He already has the yellow.
He likes to live dangerously there. Ofadil is involved in a play on the far side.
This one flicked on, and neat header in perfect position was Healy. Palumbo was camped, waiting for it to come through for the shot. Clock has been stopped with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
So Aleko Eskandarian sprints over the bench to have a few words with the coach. Actually, he's being substituted for. And it looks like up front, Paul Kitson might be moved into the middle.
Battle for midfield control. And now it's Bergen Catholic on the attack. But again, keeping good depth as the defensive CBA. Pretty tough to play anything behind them as they play deep. And Bergen Catholic being cautious, not really sending people from behind past the ball into the attack.
And you have to look at, Bob, it's hard to send through balls and actually retrieve them behind the defense, especially with a fast defense, which CBA does have.
Well, it's real physical out there, and this time the foul called against number 6, and that's Nick Drevis. And down went Chris Rizzolo. Rizzolo picking up the foul for his team, and a push against CBA in the box.
Pushing from one end to the other, as you see Alex Giotis, the guilty party on that play.
Bergen Catholic doing their best to keep the ball down on the carpet.
Good defensive play.
This one chipped over the top toward the corner. The foot race is on, and Pyrrhus hustles over to win possession. Cuts it across. No white shirts there. Plenty of red. Smart move by Kitson to step over that and let it run. Had his back turned, really nowhere to go. 3:28 left first half. Still no score. And there's a frustration foul. There's one. No sense to give that one up, as Dreves had it, and he had gained possession and then committed the foul. You don't see that too often when you have the ball.
Especially on your side of the field.
Top of the box, volleyed out. A little bit of room. Looking to play it through, but defending on the play was Travis Prince.
That's it, Curtis.
Yep, a holding foul that time. We talked about hands. Fox reached out and got a piece of him.
That's right. Not allowed to do that in this game.
And don't fall asleep against Bergen Catholic. I love the way they play the real quick restarts. Whistle blows, they put it down and play it before the defense is set. 2:25 remaining in the first half, and
Patterson doing a nice job of shielding the ball from behind and drawing that foul. Good call. Here it is. Patterson's supreme position. And the only thing a defender could do was kind of push him out of the way. A little bit of impatience there will get you in trouble. That was Travis Prince for CBA.
Bergen Catholic pulling everyone out to the top of the 18. Outside of that opposite post, Kitson signals. Chips, the foot race is on, knotted down. Kitson kept it alive. Well, that'll be a goal kick for CBA.
Not a bad idea. What Kitson tried to do was just place it at the penalty area about chest high, and then it was deflected out. You see Patterson up front there. He's been inserted into Aleko Eskandarian's position. Now, Eskandarian was taken out on the sideline, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a tactical change we see with the top scorer, perhaps one of New Jersey's all-time great goal scorers, coming back, I would expect, in the second half with just 1:20 winding down here in the first half.
Well, the physical play has been the story in the first half. CBA called for 13 fouls already and 6 for Bergen Catholic. A couple of yellow cards have been issued. We close in on the final minute of the first half. Long drive into the box, calmly nodded away. The side volley over the top, well taken. Wow. Alex Giotis took the shot as he turned and volleyed it.
Yeah,
another look.
Some good work. Here's Giotis winding up in position, and he fires it. Look, there was no one within 5 yards. The timing was excellent. Just got under the ball a little bit, but some great work deep down in the corner to send that ball across. That was Dennis Ondrzejek, and then Giotis with the volley.
So number 24, Giotis, showing his stuff with the side volley. Only a sophomore. 25 seconds to play in the half. It's been a hard, physical, entertaining first half. Most of it from offensive third to offensive third.
It's been a midfield war. Here's a break.
10 seconds left. Bergen Catholic on the run, an opportunity to shot in the back of the net. A quick counterattack with 5 seconds remaining. And Bergen Catholic takes the lead by the score of 1-0. Mike Cregan, number 20.
Well, it was a speed demon, Mike Cregan, and it was a counterattack just when CBA's defense appeared to have Bergen Catholic all frustrated. Here's the break. Look at Cregan break out. Look at his composure. Look at the speed. Good pursuit from behind, but Cregan waits. The goalie Barnum comes out. He fires it underneath him. Joe Barnum was just about an inch from getting his hand on it, but a great play by Cregan. And that quickly Bergen Catholic counters with seconds left to play here in the first half.
You got to love it. Cregan on the run, under pressure, a defender on him. The goalkeeper off his line, and he tucks it away to the back corner. It's 1-0 Bergen Catholic. 5 ticks of the clock remaining here in the first half. An explosive offense.
Well, Bob, you talked about it ahead. Talk about patience. You talk about composure. You look like when it looked as though Bergen Catholic was under fire throughout the entire first half. And lo and behold, all it was one quick break, one counterattack down the far side. They capitalized on the opportunity. And I'll tell you, it's a huge 1-goal lead in this type of game.
Dan Keene questioning something, asking to talk to the official. They feel that the ball was not properly put in play. And Dan Keene will talk it over with the official, but 1-0, 5 seconds. I don't think you're going to see that goal taken away. Dan asking, could you call the other official over? And the reason why the official's even listening, because he did it as a gentleman, as angry as he was, he said, sir, can I see you? Come on over here. And now he's going over the line. The ref's saying, enough. I listened. And that's the end of it. It's 1-0, 5 seconds remaining in the half.
Shots on goal, CBA 6 to Bergen Catholic's 1. And if the goal stands right now, it's Bergen Catholic in front of CBA, 1-0. The goal scored with 5 seconds left to play in the first half.
Well, the referee's talking over.
Well, Bob.
And here's what happened. We tried to back the tape up. See if we can see what happened. The whistle had blown. The ball has to be reset.
It was stolen away. So CBA had the restart, and then Cregan took it away and raced upfield. And CBA now is protesting the goal, so there's probably going to be a card. A red card now. This is a severe play.
Oh, my goodness.
As one of the players said something disrespectful, might have been Tim Connolly, it appears to be. Tim Connolly has been ejected from the game, so CBA continues to complicate their situation.
Well, I think what happened on that restart, CBA claiming that they weren't restarting, they were just knocking the ball over to the spot of the foul. It was interpreted as a quick restart, and Bergen Catholic took advantage of it. And Dan Keene is not happy on the sideline, still wants to talk to the official. One player has been red carded, that was Tim Connolly. And Dan Keene, in his 22nd year, picked up his 300th victory in a win over Camden Catholic in the state tournament. But right now, he's not worrying about any of those 300.
That's got to be frustrating for CBA. They have played a very spirited first half where they've been able to keep Bergen Catholic for the most part in check. And as a result of their hustle and their efforts, they have created some potential goal-scoring opportunities.
Well, there's number 7, Tim Connolly, and we saw the red card. And right now, I believe there are 11 players out on the field. 11 players. So 5 seconds remaining. And my understanding, Florian, is they're going to have to play with 10 players the rest of the way. There's 11 out there now.
Well, somebody's probably got to come out. From my understanding as well, Bob, it's you're going to play a man short for the remainder of the game. Of course, the conversation continues after the controversial goal scored there by Mike Cregan. The official says that's it. You know, once again, for a championship caliber game, Bob, this is a situation where I think officials have become too much a part of it. And usually most of the games that we've done over the years, the way the game should be played, it should be played basically between the players. The officials should maintain control from the start. But it's unfortunate at this point that the game has been disrupted by a couple of controversial situations.
So 10 players 10 players out there for CBA. 5 seconds remaining in the first half. 1-0 for Bergen Catholic. And we talked about composure.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to the locker room at the halftime break. And I'm sure that's going to be part of it. There's our goal scorer, Cregan. The score 1-0. Bergen Catholic mugging it up on the sideline. They score with 5 seconds to go. 1-0 at the half. Halftime highlights coming up next.
Thoroughbred racing at the Meadowlands continues every Tuesday through Saturday night until November 20th. Come out and enjoy great live thoroughbred racing in comfortable and entertaining surroundings. The Clubhouse Sports Bar and Grill, the Race World Teletheaters, smoke-free options accompanied by your favorite food and beverages. And for comfort and memorable dining experiences, enjoy franchises, terraces, and the Pegasus dining rooms. Simulcast action is also available 7 days a week at the nation's greatest simulcast center. Thoroughbred and harness excitement from around the world. As always, general admission is only $1 and parking free. For more information, call 201-THE-BIG-M or check out our website, thebigm.com. Make the Meadowlands Racetrack part of your plan for great weekend entertainment. What are you going to do tonight? Come on out to the Meadowlands Racetrack. Come on out to the Big M.
You might say New Jersey is the original information superhighway.
Exit 34B.
Behind our exits, 1 in 10 New Jerseyans work on everything from satellites to cyberspace, telecommunications to digital TV. We're home to 7,000 high-tech companies, including dozens of the nation's fastest growing.
Exit 4.
And with thousands of innovations patented here every year, there's never been a better time to take our exits to the future.
Exit 7A.
Happy to have you with us here at the College of New Jersey in NJSIAA Soccer. It's the Parochial State Championship at halftime. Bergen Catholic on top of Christian Brothers Academy by the count of 1-0. Bob Lampin and Florian Kemp with you. And Florian, I'll tell you, it was rough and ready out there in the first half.
Pretty much as we expected. They really went out for it. Here it is, a midfield play as a couple of players get tangled up. Ofidil of Bergen Catholic against Dan Pyrus of CBA. They both were rewarded with the card, the yellow card. That got things started there in the first half. But play continued, rough and tumble. But lo and behold, here was a big play with just seconds to go in the first half. Michael Cregan breaks free and off he goes to the races. Joe Barham, the best goalie, is on his way out of the goal. He releases the shot just in time. It slides on the Barham, 1-0, and that's where we are here at halftime.
So the celebration for Bergen Catholic, they pretty much had to play a lot of defense and midfield stuff in the first half, and statistically you can see it. 1 goal for Bergen Catholic, only 1 shot, 6 for CBA, 1 shot on goal, none for CBA. The 1 shot on goal, of course, went in. No saves for either keeper. Corner kicks 5-0 for CBA, 13-7 in fouls and cards. 3 for CBA, 1 for Bergen Catholic. One of those on CBA, a red card against Tim Conley. So CBA playing one man short in the second half. It's 1-0.
Pepsi, Unico, and Rider University present the first ever college basketball game in the Sovereign Bank Arena in Trenton. It's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights versus the Rider Bronx. Big East versus MAC. Saturday, November 20th at 7 o'clock. Kevin Bannon brings his squad in to face his old team, the Rider Bronx, coached by Don Harnum. Tickets are on sale now at the Sovereign Bank Arena and by calling Ticketmaster at 609-520-8383. Rutgers versus Rider, Saturday, November 20th, 7 o'clock.
I'm Troy Noel. I was married to Brad Noel, the singer of Sublime. Brad died of a heroin overdose. Jake's been robbed of having a wonderful person to be his father. He regretted the day that he ever tried heroin. He regretted that he was a slave to that drug. It got in the way of everything. Heroin gets in the way of everything. It stops lives. It's such a waste. It really is such a waste. Educate yourself. Heroin kills, period. We miss him, and we'll miss him forever, and don't let anyone miss you. I'm hoping that he'll learn from his father's mistake. I'm hoping a lot of people will learn from his father's mistake.
Tremendous competition in the first half of this New Jersey State Parochial A Boys Soccer Championship. 1-0, Bergen Catholic scoring with 5 seconds remaining in the first half to hold on to that lead. Bob Lampinen and Florian Kemp with you. And Florian, second half, Bergen Catholic now has the wind at their back. They have a 1-goal advantage. They were kind of on their heels most of the half. Renewed confidence. I think they're going to come out and really look to attack at this point.
Well, everything points in their favor, Bob. Keep in mind also they're playing against, they have a man advantage over there. CBA had a player ejected at the end there, and Michael Cregan, he was the star of the first half for Bergen Catholic. But if you're CBA, you've got to come away saying, listen, we shot ourselves in the foot. We're only down 1-0. This game is very winnable. We just have to go out there, continue to play the way we did in the first half, get the tying goal, and then try to win this game.
So second half just underway. Bergen Catholic in the red, CBA in their whites. And as we look early on with the 10 players that CBA has, Florian, it looks like Coach Keene has elected to pull a forward or just go with one forward, keep the midfield and the defense intact, particularly early here in the second half.
Well, as we mentioned in the first half, Alecko Eskandarian, the expectations were quite high, but some superb defense by Christian brothers. Dave Treharn has really kept him out of the play. He's also had some good support defensively from that man right there, Travis Prince. As we take a look at the action, what occurred right here, as you see Patterson trying to make the turn. As he does, he gets tackled, and then he has a little glue, little stickum there, and he pulls Prince down, and Prince goes up and says, listen, I don't like you pulling me down. I'm getting tired of being pulled down. So you can see the action. It's going back and forth between both players.
Well, what's happening is they are certainly chippy after the play. Balls are being played away, and they're banging away at each other. That time the foul was called against Prinz. He obviously fouled him. Then after that foul, there was some extracurricular activities. That's the stuff that has to stop, and officials have a tough job trying to control players away from the ball when they blow the foul as they should, and then there's a little mess after it. They've got to try to clean that up.
As we mentioned, though, Alecko Eskandarian has started the second half. He was taken out for about the final 10 minutes of the first half. And, of course, Coach McGurr probably went over some tactical changes up front. We'll see how that plays out. There he is, quite a sensational player, but superb defense, Bob, CBA, and that was led by Dave Treharn. Pretty much kept him out of the first half. They even took him out, but the strategy might have worked because Bergen Catholic's Cregan came away with the goal. Now you see Eskandarian fired up for a big second half. Look at the switch on the free kick. Good read, CBA, on the far side.
And a lot of action. The crowd getting into this one.
John Palumbo stayed right with the play. That's exactly what you need to do. Keep your mind on the game. Try to keep an eye on what the opposition's doing.
Well, that becomes the most important factor at this point. You said it, Florian. Keep your mind on the game. It's 1-0. Neither team has it locked up. Bergen Catholic only leads by 1. There's our goal scorer, Cregan. And Joey Barham has to keep composure of his defense. Down 1, you still have a shot. Down 2 or 3, it's over. So both teams have a job to do, and it's about time that they start to focus on doing that job. at the top of the box, the shot, but easily handled by Barham.
Patterson doing a nice job sliding between the defense and getting a foot on it. And Barham's quick to make the save.
So across the way, into touch it goes. CBA playing with 10 players as Tim Conley was ejected with the red card. Bergen Catholic, of course, with the one-man advantage. And a nice step up.
You know, Bob, what's ironic about playing shorthanded, even in some of the top levels of international competition, oftentimes when a team has a player ejected, sometimes the team really rallies around the occasion and actually performs better.
Seen it many times. Pretty move. Eskandarian moves to his left, double teamed. Dave Traharn all over Eskandarian. That's a terrific matchup. A top-notch marking back and one of the best forwards in the history of New Jersey soccer.
Yeah, Paul Santos also assisting him out there. And like you said, Bob, wherever Eskandarian has moved, there's always been at least 2 defenders. So CBA, Dan Keene, the head coach, has done a nice job of marking him out of the game.
So it'll be a throw-in coming up for Bergen Catholic. And again, they battle, trying to get into the midfield third with possession. Bergen Catholic keeps it, playing out wide to the right. Mike Cregan. Cregan chips to the near post. Barham right there.
Barham again, just showing how well he knows the penalty area. Under pressure on the near side, he comes out totally confident in the air, takes it down and knocks it back out to midfield.
Joey Barham, 6 saves against St. Joe's in the semifinals and 35 career shutouts. Beautiful header onto the foot of Kitson. Kitson with some room, tries to angle it through. Fox able to turn. Rizzolo played in the last year's final as CBA buried Del Barton 5-0. A lot of the players for CBA played in that game last year. And the artificial turf just too quick that time as the ball got away. It'll be a CBA throw-in.
Dennis Ondracek on the far side for CBA doing a nice job of forcing the attacking player with the ball out of bounds, shortening the space, and then, of course, in so doing, winning the possession back on a throw-in.
Slight delay as Bill Schwenk, number 27, back on for CBA. And now the Colts with the throw right at midfield. Bergen Catholic, if you're just joining us, scoring with 5 seconds remaining in the first half as Mike Cregan took it down the right side and put it away in the back corner as he got it past goalkeeper Joe Barham. Little slower pace for Bergen Catholic here in the second half. Nice skills as they check back, but CBA comes away with it. Fox had it and knocked it wide. Nobody home for CBA. It'll be a Bergen Catholic throw and a look across the way. Coach Jim McGurr, his club leading it by 1. Sandberg flights it high toward the corner. Every time players go near each other, they're grabbing and bumping on each other, and that is really tough from an official standpoint. That time
there was a Santos-Patterson matchup on the far side.
That one was a draw. Oh, pretty move. Eskandarian turns, whirls, and fires. Just missed. How dangerous is he?
Classy play. You don't get much time in the attacking third. And just outside the penalty area, he turns all in one move. Look at this. Here's the play around Eskandarian. Pressure on his back. Turns around, fires it, and his shot is just wide. That's magic for an offensive player. Here it is. Nice field level look. Boom! Full thrust. just a little off the mark, but Joe Barnum in control.
Barnum saying, I had it covered all the way.
Bring it on, he says. Bring
I'm
it on.
not sure if he did. That was a tough turn with a good angle.
Well, if you're a goalie and you try to defend against that, Bob, you have no idea where that shot's coming from.
Fox had it, lost it. And Bergen Catholic comes away with it. Garrett Sandberg down the left side.
Kitson with a good idea on the one touch, just a little bit out of the reach of the attacking player down the sideline.
Dangerous ball played back, but good vision by Sandberg. Taken away, and Traharn came down with it. But the foul called against Traharn almost came away with it. And then again, it was hands and a little grab, and the referee's on top of it.
That's right. Aggressive play they can allow, but once you bring your hands up, it's an automatic given that the official, there's your shots in the second half. Bergen Catholic with 2-0 for CBA. Quite a turnaround from the 6-1 CBA advantage of the first half.
Game has settled down just a bit. Crowd has settled in also. But Bergen Catholic leading it 1-0. Tough shoulder-to-shoulder charge. CBA trying to keep depth in the defense. Checking out left side. Good skills by Palumbo. Here's Burke. Burke double team. And taken away out of the pack comes Ofadil. Soft touch. Eskandarian with a nice first-time touch.
Smart play by Travis Prince just to shield the ball and play as if he's going to clear it and leave it go out of bounds. And, of course, Randy Patterson in pursuit. There's Joe Barham.
Three red shirts right there, and taken away by Kitson. Kitson with a head of steam, the long shot. And let's see, that one may have been deflected. Looks like a corner kick coming up for Bergen Catholic. Hustling over is number 10, Paul Kitson, to tee it up.
Bob, Bergen Catholic obviously having the advantage now with numbers in the midfield, so CBA with one less player as the game progresses certainly will continue to be a factor against them.
30 minutes left here in the second half. A one-goal lead for Bergen Catholic. Kitson, low drive, right foot knotted away. CBA likes to come out of the back on the quick counter. This is Curtis Fox, and Bergen Catholic does a good job to get numbers back in midfield.
That's basically what CBA is going to need to try to get that tying score. They're going to have to answer either on a quick counterattack or on a set piece. Because right now, what Bergen Catholic has done, Bob, they have controlled the pace and they've flooded the midfield. They have that extra man, so they have that extra man also on the final back line as well.
Santos cleared it. And misplayed by Andrzejczyk.
And what happens now when CBA tries to make those plays in the midfield, the fact that Bergen Catholic has that extra player, they always have somebody hustling back to put the added pressure, meaning that CBA, in order to advance the ball, they're going to have to make their plays just a bit quicker. They can't afford to settle down.
No, but on the fly, well, I don't know. I can talk to Ed after the game.
With some room for CBA is Chris Rizzolo. Dangerous turn. He turned his back, and Eskandarian came up and almost stripped it away. Bodies go flying. Still alive inside the 18.
Well, you can see Aletko getting frustrated, but I'll tell you, what shows me about a classy forward, the heart and guts determination that man showed you right there. Not only does a forward have to get himself in position, he's got to go win the ball. He's got to want it. Here, first effort, he hustles. He's almost tripped up. Second effort, he steps in. He spins around. He's taken down, but no, he gets up again, and he's taken off the ball again. And then he turns around and says, well, what happens? I'm frustrated. Just let me get my foot on that ball.
But you got to love it. You're right, Florian. The fact that as long as the ball was alive, drive, he wasn't worried about it. He just kept battling away.
That's a classy forward. That's a valuable forward. You know, any coach that sees that says, give me that kid. I want that kid. I can make something out of him. A lot of times, you know, Bob, players will get in a position, they'll get in a mindset, well, I'm a striker, I'm a forward, I just have to wait for the ball. No, you've got to put pressure on up front. You've got to win the ball. That's a classy type player. And, of course, he's guided by a great coach, one of the best of all time, in Mr. McGurr.
Well, how do you think you'd feel if you're the coach and you find out that a guy like Eskandarian's coming to your school to play?
Wow. Wow. Plus, I'll tell you, he's got quite a few other good players out there as well. So I think Bergen Catholic is a school that's had a great reputation over the years, and they attract some great players. But you can really build a team around players of that caliber.
Eskandarian with 63 goals coming in here, the Bergen County record. Second place, New Jersey all-time scoring with Glenn Carbonaro Vineland with 151. I mean, the young man has done it all.
Yeah, and from what I understand, he's going to continue to do it all down in Virginia, University of Virginia. So we'll be seeing him on the ACC competition as well.
Doesn't get much better than that. 26:38 remaining here in the second half, and Bergen Catholic holding on to a one-goal lead. A fierce physical first half has settled down here in the second half. Once they got to the halftime break, I think both coaches able to get inside the heads of the kids and say, look, settle down. You're here in a state champion. Start playing like champions. Stay with your game plan and don't get thrown off by all the other stuff.
Well, no matter what you play, it's still soccer.
No Academy Award here. Oh, that's one of the worst dives I've seen in a while. Agarami.
Well, the game is still soccer, Bob, and unfortunately, you know, you don't get any points for fouling and for any rough play, not at this level anyway. And you can only win the game by scoring goals, and in order to do it, you've got to give your entire physical and mental abilities to the game and concentrate on the task at hand. And if you're worried about tripping the opponent or getting the opponent back, your mind can't possibly be focused on the primary task on hand, and that's scoring goals and winning games and bringing home the trophy.
CBA with 15 fouls in the match, 7 called against Bergen Catholic. CBA attacking up the middle. 4 red shirts against 1 white shirt. Curtis Fox was sandwiched, but kept alive for CBA.
Good pressure here by CBA. Good pressure.
Bill Schwenk applying the pressure. Kept on the left side. It's Pires. And Pires bumped, and no call. Leaning in was Ofadil, and that caused the wrath of the CBA fans.
We've heard that name a lot, especially when it comes to tanglements. Area, Ofadil reaches in, steps in, and has the advantage. And that's unfortunate. CBA really doing their cause good by pressuring in the midfield, Dan Pires. But you know, Bob, when you get into that final third now, that is not a time to relax. It's almost like you got to play with reckless abandon. You've got to gamble. Here's the ball. Did it again.
Pires again. So this will be a throw-in for Schwenk. So CBA, the sideline's concerned as Dan Keene is there, putting a little pressure on. Inside the 18, trying to turn. Great one-on-one defense. You don't allow anyone to turn in there. Schwenk looking to chip it across in front. And saved by Bergen Catholic. The best offensive attack of the night for CBA.
Great build-up in the midfield. Strung together a couple of nice passes, nifty passes, a chip into the box. It was just an inches away from a CBA foot, but great play considering they're playing a man down.
And Bergen Catholic with a 1-goal lead, keeping their composure, not panicking inside the 18. There's a misplay there. Pires knocks it across. Onto the foot of Curtis Fox. Build up on the right side. And just nipped into touch. It'll be a CBA throw. Dan Keene sending the sub in. Alex Giotis checks in. Dan Keene, as we mentioned, in his 22nd year. There's Giotis.
Giotis, quite a good player coming out of the midfield. Now, we saw him take a nice side volley there in the first half that was only a few feet above the crossbar. He's certainly one of the players on the field for CBA. As you see, 19 coming off the field. That's Dennis Ondrzejek, and he's had a strong game as well for CBA.
So the substitutions have been made. Here comes the throw. CBA looking for the long throw, then trying to flick it on inside the 18, but Bergen Catholic reading it perfectly. Kitson had it taken away by Giotis.
Look for it, Lee.
Fox out on the right flank. Last to touch it was Alex Giotis. So with 23 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the second half, Bergen Catholic has it a long ways away, but holding on to a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, you know, Bob, if you're Bergen Catholic, you simply can't relax with that 1-goal lead. It's certainly not enough. And, you know, you can't underestimate the potential of CBA. I mean, they've played a man down. They've been upset with what happened in the first half, but yet they've come to play here in the second half, and now they seem to be making progress offensively.
Looking to go over the top, but nobody there. And Bergen Catholic just a moment ago had brought everyone back defensively, so they are bringing numbers back. People scream for the handball, but they don't get it.
Nice touch.
Burke looking to slide it across the middle, but defended. Smart play by Andrew Healy. Perfect read defensively. Now the counter. Barham way off the line. Calls off Prince and runs up to knock it away. CBA in an attack mode of their own. Rizzolo trying to show the full bag of tricks. There's that one-on-one stuff we're talking about. Rizzolo has it, looks up, flights it across, and nobody there. And Salagianis makes the easy save.
Good second and third effort there. Rizzolo doing a nice job of holding the ball and shielding it, waiting for support to come out of the midfield. That support helped him get into position to cross the ball in the box. Unfortunately, on the receiving side of that cross, nobody there from CBA.
Left side, here comes Schwenk. Quick service and volleyed out of danger.
Good service, good clear.
Amazing how momentum can change so quickly. All of a sudden, CBA's knocking on the door. Nice check back by Choa. Kitson looking for the call. CBA comes away with it. Wide open now, a lot of room in the midfield.
Yeah, we did not see that earlier in the second half. Bergen Catholic as a team, Bob, seems to be content now to move more players back in that defensive position.
They are bringing everyone back when CBA gets up into that attacking third. Dan Pires picked up the yellow. It is cold here. You can see all the headgears out. A few of the people with the Santa Claus hats, I think, Florian. It's just the only hat they could find. They're not prepared for this cold weather.
They're getting in the spirit.
In the winter for me.
Getting in the spirit.
Eskandarian knifes through two. Got away from him just a bit and cleared away by Travis Prince.
You see Bergen Catholic on the far side there. Nick Drevis motioning everybody, move up, move up. Let's keep it up on this half of the field. Bergen Catholic for the last couple minutes under a lot of pressure defensively.
And a nice quick move. And again, the double teaming defense of CBA, they come up with the steal. And the foul goes against Bergen Catholic. Quickly taken, but to no one by CBA. Here's Schwenk. Pretty ball as he knocks it square across. And number 15 had it, Fox, and Fox didn't feel the contact coming, but he got taken down from the rear. It'll be a free kick. Another look.
Nice play on here as you see the ball knocked back the other way. As both teams, Pires tries to step out and he's knocked down, and that was Paul Santos. Santos having an active night, and then we see some more fisticuffs there in midfield.
And the free kick got a piece of him.
Yeah, well, he hustled back to try to win the ball, trying to do the right thing.
And that chip played a bit short. Nodded away, and Bergen Catholic will just play it out of danger, and that'll run into touch. And a throw in for CBA. 17:48 remaining in the second half. It's 1-0. Bergen Catholic on top of CBA.
Lee, you're looking to go out.
He dribbled it out.
Burke with the quick throw. And the players screaming. They wanted a handball.
Handball on that play.
Didn't get the call, and a ball loose, and all of a sudden it's getting rough again.
High tide.
Bergen Catholic bringing everybody back. Flicked over the top, but read perfectly by Salagianis, and that's what a good goalkeeper has to do. You can't fall asleep. Any hesitation at all, and he was in trouble. Nice save.
Well, he has the tremendous advantage of using his hands, plus he has that penalty area, which is his special area. Took full advantage of it, Bob, and like you said, came up and made a nice play.
2-on-2. Looking for Eskandarian, but taken away by Trahorn. Fox still has it.
Good balance.
So the advantage call invoked that time. Oh.
There it is.
And the whistle blew. Trevis called on the foul. You can see it from here. The arm came up. And here's one of the set pieces you were talking about, Florian.
Good opportunity, and CBA certainly has the players on the field that can make something happen right here.
CBA sending pretty much everybody up. Nobody is back, so they need to be careful of a quick counterattack. Bergen Catholic brings people back. They have the numerical advantage playing with 11 against 10. And the wind just knocking that one right back.
Guys, gotta work hard.
Schwenk trying to run down Choa. It's been a fast-paced, physical matchup. 1-0 to score. It'll be a CBA throw, and Bill Schwenk, number 27. Check that. Schwenk lost his shoe just a moment ago.
Wow, shoeless. There you go.
And play on.
The new look. Now we have an injured player down here on the near side. Travis Prince in pain.
So they will stop the clock with 15 minutes and 19 seconds remaining, and the senior defender is down. Prince pleading his case, has to leave the game once the whistle blows due to an injury, and they stop the clock. So 15-19 to go. 1-0 is the score. Prince pleading the case, saying he got me with an elbow.
CBA showing a lot of heart and spirit there.
And he certainly did. A little blood there. You know, one thing I can say, Florian, this kind of an introduction to a lot of these players of what it's like at the next level. You get into the college level, it becomes more physical, and there's a lot more of this grabbing and little nonsense.
Every game is played like this. That's right.
And the good players are able to just play through it and not get thrown off their game. It's unfortunate, but that is the way it is at the next level.
That's it.
Much more physical. So that one into touch across, and whistles blow once again. Substitutions coming on for Bergen Catholic this time. 14:53, 52 remaining.
As we approach, Bob, the final minutes of the game, you would expect CBA to make some sort of tactical changes with emphasis up front to try to get that tying goal.
What I'm amazed at is, there's a foul at midfield by Burke. What I'm amazed at is as CBA attacks, there are so many people just bunched around the ball.
Exactly, and that's where the vision helps. There you see the play there. Kitson steps in front, and then he's tapped from behind. He goes down, and that was off the foot of Lee Burke. Kitson, one of the offensive thrusts, getting a lot of touches on the ball, but certainly would like to get a few more passes onto the foot of Aleko Eskandarian.
Here's Eskandarian with the ball. Beats one, gets to the top, wants to tee it up, double team, triple team, down he goes, and a whistle blows.
Well, you know, he sets himself up to get into the trap. He beat, on that one play, he beat 4 players with one move. Here it is, takes the ball, good control, sole on the foot, on the top of the ball, rolls it around, gets by another one, maintains his balance, tries to get in position to shoot. He's got 6 defenders around him, and of course it ends up in a mishmash. But what a tremendously talented player.
The referee just pulled out another yellow card, and going off the field was Travis Prince.
Travis Prince a little frustrated. Yeah, Prince steps in there and looks like he might have hit the shin of Eskandarian, and there might be an arm or a fist.
Right there.
An extra little bit of a tap in there as Aleko was on the ground.
Prince took an elbow a moment ago and was trying to even the score, only that time he got caught. So Prince leaves with the yellow, a 1-0 lead for Bergen Catholic. 13:20 left in the second half. And CBA playing with one player down as Tim Conley was red carded in the first half, right after Bergen Catholic had scored with only 5 seconds remaining. A bit of controversy on the first goal. Whistle had blown, and some of the folks felt that CBA didn't know that play had resumed. And Bergen Catholic took advantage of it and went up 1-0. So this will be a Bergen Catholic throw-in. 19 fouls committed by CBA and 10 by Bergen Catholic. Alfadil takes the long throw. Fires a hard line drive, bounces right at the spot. And that one deflected away. CBA will gain possession, coming out of the back slowly. And a holding foul. Whistle blew, so CBA will get it.
Still enough time for CBA to mount some sort of counterattack strategy. 12 minutes in counting, Bob. They're only down by 1 goal. A lot can happen.
Both teams, top quality programs, state level programs without a doubt. All the way back it comes, onto the foot of Lee Burke. Burke trying to slot it through. And there's the grab once again.
Bergen Catholic, Bob, with 9 defenders in and around that play.
If they're bringing everybody back when CBA attacks.
You see Burke trying to get it under control. The defender has good position. Burke uses his hands, and that's illegal.
How can you not expect to get caught doing that?
Well, that's it. It's the frustration, and that's one thing when you teach a young player. You teach him how to protect the ball without using his hands and body, and they call it shielding. And when you do a good job, the only way an impatient defender can take the ball away from you is to foul you. That's exactly what we've seen quite a bit of here tonight.
Well, Eskandarian may be a little frustrated, but he can score from anywhere, as he just turned and slammed a 40-yarder between the football uprights. And Coach Jim McGurr across the way looks, knowing there are 10:44 left. And that's what he's got to hold on to be crowned Parochial A champions. CBA is the defending champion as they defeated Del Barton 5-0 last year. And kind of the team of the 90s in Parochial A is CBA, as they've been to the finals in 92, 93, 96, 98, and here in 99.
Well, quite a tremendous run.
Winning in 92 and 98, losing in 93 and 96. Bergen Catholic very, very composed defensively in the second half.
Well, they pretty much have things under control, Bob, and it's when you know that you can play solid defense, it helps the team relax a little bit and knock it around. But the CBA's credit, they have not given up. They have certainly continued to battle. And if I'm Bergen Catholic, I'm certainly not going to feel too comfortable resting on that 1-0 lead.
Well, and there was a foolish foul by Bergen Catholic at midfield. Watch this. Ball's gone. No reason for any contact there. And down went Curtis Fox. CBA trying to blast it long into the wind. on the set pieces. And the few set pieces they've had, they really haven't done too much with the service.
That's right. And once again, it seems like they're focusing, trying to go directly to the goal right up the middle. They need to spread one or two guys wide and play it to the outside because Bergen Catholic has got all the middle covered with all red shirts.
Morrow got his foot on it, and Barham with an easy save. Closing in on the 9-minute mark. Rizzolo trying to run it down. Chris Rizzolo, the leading scorer for CBA, Florian, with only 8 goals. So we mentioned that this team is a defense-oriented club. Only 8 goals, and he's your leading scorer.
Shots in the second half, CBA 8 to Bergen Catholic's 5. So they've stepped up the number of their shots.
Well, I am really impressed with the organization by Bergen Catholic. CBA is coming at them hard, trying to throw everything they have at them, and you can see it in the faces of the athletes from Bergen Catholic. They know just what they're trying to do. They're surrounding the ball defensively nicely, and so far they're holding on to that 1-goal cushion.
That's right, and they're supporting their teammates also when they win the ball in the midfield so that they can continue with that short passing game, which they've grown so accustomed to play.
And there was the high bouncer, and then the foul call. This time, the foul against Randy Patterson. So there's Patterson. Patterson matched up with Prince. Travis Prince back out there. Already has a yellow. Santos starts it with the long free kick. Fox. Solid defense. No reason to tackle. When you have your opponent turn the wrong way, just let him face the wrong way all night.
Switch up top. There you go. All right, drive.
Bergen Catholic bringing everyone back. The long shot by Fox, but really no opening there at all, and has to hook it wide left.
Yeah, it's one of these plays when you try to just force it through. There's a good look at Fox.
CBA, let's go, guys.
Clock continues to run. 7 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the second half. This is Santos. Santos on the foot of Burke. Plays it back through. Santos on the run. Chased down, and down he goes. The foul against number 19, Ofadil. And let's see what CBA can do with this one. As Paul Santos with a good run, and he paid the price.
Yeah, certainly within striking range right here. Nice through ball. And you see Santos trying to make his way around, and Ofadil just gets caught in an awkward position, extends his foot.
Burke chips it over the top.
Oh, wait, there it is. Second effort.
Still inside the box. Red shirts all over the place. They've got it covered up, and are able to clear it away. Again, good composure inside the 18 by Bergen Catholic. Schwenk. Early service, knocks it across. Nobody wants it. Little hesitation that time, and now Bergen Catholic will come out of the back looking for the quick counter. Taken away. Here comes Santos the other way. How about the fitness level of these two teams?
They're going at it, Bob. Wow. I don't see anybody dragging, and special credit to CBA. They're playing a man down.
Nice move by Healy. Trying to chip to the flag, and that one's going to take off and run. So with 5:28, it'll be a goal kick.
I think it's Travis Prince reciting poetry.
Yeah, I don't think it's the kind of poetry they studied in senior English, though.
Well.
Nice move by Burke to keep possession. Kind of a weak pass and defended nicely by Morrow. 5 minutes remaining in the second half, 1-0. Bergen Catholic trying to hold on to win this Parochial 8 title. Burke wants to reset it, waits for some help, has to play it all the way back. And they'll reorganize and go the other way. We haven't seen too much of that tonight.
No.
And that one misplayed and taken away by Kitson. Nice ball angled through. Eskandarian. And nipped away. Traharn making it look easy that time.
Yeah, you talk about a player who comes ready to play mentally. It's called psyching yourself up. Dave Traharn has been waiting for this game, I guess, for the last couple of weeks. There, look at the fans right there, trying to cheer their teams on and staying warm. But he has done a great job of shutting down Aleko Eskandarian. But it has not been enough to stop the entire Bergen Catholic team. They're ahead 1-0.
Oh, neat little header. Down in front inside the 18, but CBA covers up. The volley and the save by Barham. Again, Barham in terrific position. And a nice shot by Cregan.
Nice build-up, nice set of passes there by Bergen Catholic. A nice finishing with a nice volley shot, but Barham's there for the save. Travis Prince going at it again in midfield with Patterson that time. And it's not only a physical battle, but it's a verbal one as well.
There's a lot of talk for sure. 3:20 left, 1-0. And Bergen Catholic will take their time. A good look at number 19, Dennis Ondrzejek. Bergen Catholic obviously in no rush at all, although the clock has been stopped. Both teams have to be exhausted. Clock resumes, 3 minutes and counting. Bergen Catholic looking to pick up the state championship here in New Jersey in Parochial A. Good marking, stepping up, Ofadil coming forward. Santos onto the foot of Burke. Looking for Burke again up the left flank. And a little too hard on the first touch, and Andrew Healy comes away with it.
Healy's been one of those solid defenders that has been the key to the defensive game of Bergen Catholic tonight as well.
Sandberg and Healy and Watkins have all played solid. Chipped over the top. Santos comes away with it inside of 2 minutes. Shoe came off. Number 27, Bill Schwenk. I think that's the second time he's lost his boot.
And he's going without it. He'll just leave it behind.
Long ball trying to go over the top, but that's tough into the wind and solid marking by Bergen Catholic. They're organized in the back. Minute 35. And let's see, that'll be a throw-in for Bergen Catholic. And they'll hold things up as Bergen Catholic trying to make a substitution. Clock continues to run. And Bergen Catholic in no hurry is. It looks like that one goal, the controversial goal at the end of the first half, may hold up enough for a state title. Eskandarian has left the game. And not a bad idea late in the game, 1-0. It's been a physical game, and now it's important that everybody just finish it out.
It started as such, and it looks like it'll finish as so, as we saw John Palumbo tangle it up with Chris Morrow.
35 seconds. Bergen Catholic taking their time here. So frustrating if you're a defender. And they play it long to the back corner, the high hopper. And that one over the end line. The clock will continue to run, and it looks like it's going to be a Parochial A state title for Bergen Catholic. They're going to win this one by the final score of 1-0. They count it down, and that's it. Bergen Catholic defeats the defending champs, CBA, by the count of 1-0. Mike Cregan scoring the game winner with only 5 ticks of the clock left in the first half. Great victory for Bergen Catholic. What a hard physical game between two proud programs.
Well, that's right. I congratulate both programs, but you see the winning team right there, Bergen Catholic. CBA played their hearts out. They played their souls out. But often, Bob, at times when you play a game of this caliber, it's a fine line that distinguishes who wins and who loses. But in this case, it was a controversial goal. And, of course, just the lack of opportunity, CBA not able to really capitalize on some of their few offensive plays, there was a difference in the game.
So Bergen Catholic wins it, and CBA certainly a outstanding opponent, but unable to defend their Parochial title. The new champions, the Crusaders of Bergen Catholic, 1-0 they win it. Post-game coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the College of New Jersey. Bergen Catholic wins it 1-0. An exciting state final. Florian Kemp is standing by with the winning coach. Florian?
Jim McGurr, congratulations. An outstanding evening of soccer. You've got to feel pretty good, your first championship.
Absolutely. I'm very proud of the boys. They worked very hard this year. They worked very hard to get here, and they earned it.
Well, your team is not shy about scoring goals. There was one goal was the difference in tonight's game. We're going to have a chance to take a look at it. And it was a big play.
Yeah, it was, absolutely. I mean, you know, we gave away a foul, and we talked to the boys about quick restarts with CBA. They like to put their hand on the ball right away and play it. And you know, it was quite obvious that he was looking to play, and Michael just was smart enough to read the game, and he caught them flat-footed and took off. And it was fantastic, because I have to admit it really went against the flow of play right before halftime. Gave us a whole bunch of confidence coming out in the second half, especially playing into a strong wind.
You knew that CBA was a good defensive team. In the first half, they did a nice job of shutting down Aleko Eskandarian. Did you consider any kind of major tactical changes to kind of accommodate that?
Well, to be honest with you, we knew in the first half we were playing into a big gust, so we weren't going to get the flow of play, and we had to be conscious of that, and we just had to calm the boys down at halftime and just tell them to realize that, listen, the flow of play wasn't going to go our way, and the fact was that we had to come out and look to play in the second half. We were realistic of it, because you know, we've had experience coming down here to watch games in the state finals, as well as my assistant's been here a few times with other programs, and the thing about it is he knew the situation, and we were realistic that it wasn't going to go our way.
Coach, congratulations, an outstanding game.
Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoy it the rest of the year.
You,
okay,
absolutely.
Standing by, Bob, with our player of the game.
Okay, thanks a lot, Florian. Mike Cregan is our player of the game, and Mike, congratulations. Let me ask you this: have you ever dreamt in your whole life about scoring the winning goal in a state final? Did you ever dream that?
Never. I don't know. Sometimes maybe, but
I'm sure you have at some point in time.
Yeah.
Somehow you came up with a miraculous goal with only 5 seconds remaining. What were you thinking when it happened?
I don't know. I just, you know, I saw that they were going to play a quick restart, so I, Coach told us before, and just went after the ball. You know, took it a goal and, you know, shot it and went in.
Well, you had a great shot as you break away down the right side. Barham's a good goalkeeper, and you picked your corner. You hit it the perfect spot.
Yeah, all I saw when I was coming down was that left side, and it was a little opening, so I, you know, put it in there.
Well, I know you had a pretty good celebration, and the guys on your team mobbed you pretty well, but then you had to get into the halftime after all the controversy and all. The coach, I'm sure, was talking to you guys about composure and defensive organization in the second half.
Yeah, he was, because they were playing a man down, and we knew that they were going to still come at us twice as hard, because they were mad that they got a red card and stuff. So just told us to stay calm, you know.
How physical and how much talk was going on out there?
Oh, it was a very physical game. It's probably the most physical game I played all year. You know, they're a very good team. You can't take that away from them. But it was like a lot of talking, you know, emotions running through everyone.
Well, you came up with the winning goal right there. It's something you'll dream about for a long time.
Yep.
Well, listen, I want to congratulate you. Keep up the good work, and your team played great tonight. You kept your composure. I think that was the difference.
All right, thank you.
Okay, congratulations. Mike Cregan is our player of the game. That is stats right here. Goals won. That's all that matters. 1-0. 6 shots to 9. CBA with the shot advantage. Corner kicks 5-1, fouls 21-14, 4 cards, Florian, 1 red. That's the difference.
Well, as we expected, Bob, it was a very physical contest. 2 great teams. I'm not so sure if we'd have a 3 or 4 game series that the same team would win all the time. But tonight, Bergen Catholic came away a sensational goal. Great game. Well, 2 well-coached teams. Congratulations to both teams, but Bergen Catholic, they had the heads up tonight.
It certainly was a lot of fun for both of us. And Florian, always a pleasure to work with you in the cold and the wind at the College of New Jersey.
It doesn't matter. We'll always be here.
All right, we're looking forward to more soccer on CN8, Groups 3 and 4 public school finals later on in the week, so join us for those. They also will be here at the College of New Jersey. So that's it. Bergen Catholic defeats CBA by the count of 1-0 to win the Parochial A state final. For Florian Kemp, I'm Bob Lampin, and for the entire CN8 sports crew, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Have a good night.
Their keeper, Joe Barhan, an all-state keeper, one of the best around. Bergen Catholic would have to go through Joe to get this Parochial A title. BC looking for win number 23 on the season. We better start these highlights, baby. Back we go to last Tuesday night. It's Bergen Catholic. There's the head coach, Jim McGurr. What an outstanding job looking for the big title, King of the Hill. First half, restart pass by CBA, and look at this. Stolen by Mike Cregan. Seconds left in the half. Cregan down the right side. Loads up with the right foot. Blast from the pass, left side, put it in the goal. Cregan scores. CBA contested it, but hey, it was heads-up play by Mike. Watch it again. Off the restart, Mike says, hey, man, if you guys are going to give a lazy pass, I'm going to be all over this one. Look at Mike Cregan. Down the right side, lets it go. First goal, look at him. Oh, man. Onto the keeper, and that is it. The Crusaders would make it hold up. Bergen Catholic is your Parochial A state champs. Yes, sir. Outstanding job right there by Cregan. Gets that first goal, I believe, of his career. Cashes in, and Bergen Catholic and Jim McGurr are state champs in Parochial A. We'll take a quick break.